Hey guys, for today's video we are going to try out affordable makeup from Shop Missa. I don't know about you guys, but when I go onto Shop Missa's website and I see how cheap and affordable the makeup is on there, I am always so curious if it works or not. So for today's video we are going to test some of it out. As you can see, I have a pretty big bag from Shop Missa of things that we are going to try out in today's video. And I just want to mention all the products that I am going to be sharing with you guys today, I will link in the description box down below for you. And I just want to mention for today's video, I really wanted to do a full face first impressions of products from Shop Missa, including like foundations and concealers. But unfortunately, I'm allergic to a lot of the ingredients found in both of those, so I was not able to use them for today's video. However, given my allergies, I really tried to make sure I grabbed as many products for a full face review as I could. But yeah, if you guys would like to see the tutorial portion of this video as well as my review, just stay tuned on watching. So first things first is I'm going to prime my eyelids with my normal eyeshadow primer. The ones on Shop Missa or Shop Missa have an ingredient that I'm allergic to, so I'm just going to keep with my normal one, just so we give this a fair test as well. So one of the things that I picked up is a 10-piece brush set from AOA Cosmetics. It came in this like cute little pink pleather kind of deal. It reminds me of the ones from Sigma. And it has like little buttons on the side. When you open it, here are all the brushes. And I mean, this is like actually pretty nice quality. It doesn't feel cheap, and like the stitching's even good on it. And then here are the brushes. Seems like a lot of them though seem a little similar when you like really look at them, but we shall see how they work. So the eyeshadow palette that we are going to use today is from Amuse Cosmetics. This palette was seriously only $1 and it has 9 eyeshadows. Like, that is so cheap. I was thinking it was gonna come in like this tiny and I was gonna have to use like super small brushes to use it. But this is actually pretty good sized, and each of the pans seems about the size of a MAC single eyeshadow. But I don't know, I'm really hoping that this one works out too because I really like purple eyeshadow. And if you are interested in this one, they also have different colors as well. So the first shade I'm going to dip into is this lighter tan shade with the E130 brush. I'm just going to lightly put this into my crease. I'm just blending it upwards towards my brow bone. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really see anything the first go. Let's add a little bit more color. So the next shade I'm going to go into is this brighter purple shade, again with the same brush. However, I did clean it off with my color switch. And again, I'm just going to apply this into my crease. I'm also using this to round out my outer V, but it seems like these colors are applying a little bit more on the lighter side, and then you can build them up, which actually is really nice, especially if you're somebody that doesn't want like a crazy amount of color, or if you're somebody that likes more of a lighter, natural look. I'm actually really impressed with this purple. It actually is blending out really nice because a lot of times purple eyeshadows are really hit and miss. Sometimes they're really pigmented but they're hard to blend out, or the opposite. But this one's actually not bad. It's actually really pretty. So the next shade I'm going to go into is this brighter, deeper purple, and I'm going to go in with an E132. And then I'm just going to kind of pack this into my outer V as well as into my crease. I've noticed that these eyeshadows are a little easy to overblend, so it's a little easier if you kind of pack them down and then kind of buff them out after. And then with whatever is left on that E130 brush, I'm just going to buff the edges of this look, just to get everything a little bit more blended. I just want to point out, if you have drier eyelids or texture to your lids, you may have a little bit of a challenge blending these ones out. On my left eye right now, I have a lot of texture in my inner kind of third of my eye, as well as in kind of this top area over in here underneath my brow bone. I had some irritation and my skin got super dry from it, so it seems like it's a little harder to blend my eyeshadow over on this side because of it, whereas on my right eye, I don't have any of that right now, so it looks a little bit more smooth. For my lid today, we are going to go in with this AOA Studio Wonder Baked highlighter in the shade Icing. This one's like a iridescent blue type of highlighter. I don't know if you can see it, but it has like a blue reflect to it. So I am going to apply this with an E131 brush. Dry, just to see what it does. But since it is a baked product, we might have to go in with it wet. Yeah, it has like a color to it, but it's not like iridescent. Now I'm going to apply it with a wet brush. See if it does anything. It's definitely more metallic with it. You can definitely see that blue iridescent too. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of this brush for packing on eyeshadow. I feel like this brush would probably be better suited for cutting your crease with concealer. Just doesn't want to pack down this color evenly for me. And I'm not too sure if it's the brush or if it's the formula of the highlighter. I'm just going to go in with one of my BH Cosmetics brushes that I use all the time to pack on color just to see what happens. Yeah, this one definitely is getting it a lot more even. In their reviews of this product, somebody said that they had to scrape the top. I want to see what happens, so I'm just going to take this little spatula thing that I have and just kind of scrape the first layer. Still, I don't know, it's like it just isn't what I was expecting. Like it just kind of looks a little chunky too. It just doesn't have like a really even color to it. As of right now, I'm really not a big fan of the highlighter. So next I'm going to dip back into that purple palette. I'm going to use this top middle shade with that E131 brush. I'm going to see if I can kind of get rid of that highlighter that we put on the lid, just to give it a little bit more of an even color. I'm going to go in with a wet brush, see if I can get a little bit more sparkly. So after I applied that lid shade, I lost a little bit of the intensity of the purple because it kind of creeped up just a little bit. So I'm just taking whatever's left on that E130 again and just lightly buffing in the crease. I picked up two of the AOA Studio Wonder Blenders. This one is more like a teardrop shape like the Beauty Blender, and then I also picked up one that looks kind of like the Miracle Sponge from Real Techniques. It has like that flat edge to it. This one I already put underneath my sink and whatnot, so it's really big. Like this is a big sponge. Like I'm actually really surprised at how much it expanded compared to the other one. That's kind of how big it got. Like putting it in my hand and like squishing it, it's actually really soft and airy. It doesn't feel dense at all to me. I don't like a dense sponge, but this one's actually really nice feeling. So hopefully it works and doesn't soak up too much of the product. So the next thing I have from AOA Studio is their Perfect Setting Powder and Matte Translucent. And I'm just going to take that sponge again and then really heavily put this underneath my eyes. So next I am going to dip into the AOA Studio Perfect Blush in the shade Darling. I'm actually really enjoying this blush formula because it's not like crazy pigmented, so you can kind of build it up if you want to. It's also really easy to blend out. I'm just going to take a little bit of that translucent powder on a different brush and kind of blend this with my contour, just because I went a little crazy with blush. So next we are going to do the brows. I got this AOA Studio Wonder Brow in the shade Taupe. I don't think this one's going to match me. It seems a little too light for me, but we shall see. And the brush I'm going to use is this 133 out of that brush set that we have. It's not a really precise brush, and it's really kind of, it's not stiff. I'm used to using an ABH one that's super stiff. Yeah, this is definitely a lot warmer than I normally do my brows, but that's okay. So after doing my brows a little bit with this 133 brush, I'm honestly just not the biggest fan. The hairs are not stiff enough for me, so it's really hard for me to get a precise brow with it. So I'm actually just going to flip into my Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush, which is the one I normally use. I also picked up the AOA Studio Sculpting Brow Pencil, and this one I got in the shade Taupe as well. It's kind of one of those ones that have like a triangle tip to them. I'm just going to use this to kind of give my brow a little bit more life. What I'm noticing from using this pencil is that it is super waxy, which I actually really like. Like it's creamy, but it's waxy at the same time. And I also want to mention to you guys, but this pencil has a spoolie, which is really nice, especially for the price point. And then to set my brows, I am going to go in with the AOA Studio Go Brow in the shade Taupe again. So far, I am really enjoying the brow gel. It makes the hairs look like a little bit more full, and it really defined them as well. I think it gave a more natural appearance to the brow, which I really, really like. And then for lips today, I'm going to go in with the AOA Studio Wonder Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Faded. So for lashes today, I have 3 different pairs from AOA Studio. I asked you guys on Facebook what you guys recommended from Shop Miss A, and a lot of you guys said that the lashes were the best, and you also gave me your lash recommendations. So the first pair of lashes that we have today are Isabella. I'm not too sure if I want to use these ones today because they seem like they're popping off of this kind of holder that they have. If you look at the inner corner and the outer corner, and I'm not too sure if that means that they have a stiffer band or not. So the second pair of lashes that we have today are Luella. These ones are really pretty and they're very natural and fluffy. And the last pair of lashes that we have today are Amelia. These ones are definitely the most dramatic and full out of the ones that we have today. And then for my inner corner today, I am going to go in with a different Wonder highlighter. This one is in Cloud. I'm just going to pop this in my inner corner. So when I was browsing the Shop Miss A website, I saw this skinny mascara, and I have never tried a skinny mascara before, so I was really excited and thought we would try it today. I mean, like seriously, look how tiny that little brush is. It's going to be perfect for the lower lashes. I'm truly not the biggest fan of the skinny mascara. It made my lashes look very clumpy on the bottom. As you can see, like right in here, it kind of like chunked them out. It was really hard to get like a separated look as well. And when it started to dry like the formula did, it started to give me like little specks of mascara on my face, which I'm not a big fan of. So for highlighter today, I am going to go back in with Cloud, and I am going to go in with an AOA Studio F19 highlighting brush. So I want to see how this applies dry before I go in with it wet. Holy shit. I was not expecting that. Ooh, that is blinding. So here is the finished look using products from Shop Missa. I honestly had so much fun filming this for you guys. I haven't really dabbled into too many of their products. In the past, I have tried out their lashes, and that's pretty much it. So I had a lot of fun today trying out the makeup that they have on their website as well. And let's be honest, the makeup on Shop Missa is seriously so affordable, and I'm actually really impressed with a lot of the items that I tried out today. And, you know, there are a couple duds and kind of things that I'm kind of weary about still, but you know what, overall, I really have enjoyed a lot of the products that I tried out, and I cannot wait to use them more within my tutorials as well as in my everyday life. And with that said, I want to give you guys kind of a brief rundown about the products that I love today, the products that I'm still really on the fence about, and then the products that were definite duds for me. So the first product that I love today that I highly recommend to you guys is the AOA Studio 10-piece brush set. It's the Paw Paw one. I'm not too sure what that means, but these are seriously so good. And then for those curious, here are all 10 of the eye brushes. As you can see, some of them look very similar, but overall you get a really nice variety of different shapes and sizes to play with. What I really do enjoy though about the brushes is how soft the bristles are. They are seriously so soft for a synthetic brush. They are some of the softest brushes now in my collection, and they seriously blended out everything like a dream. Not to mention you get a super cute little pink traveling case that is seriously good for on the go, and it has really nice clasps on the sides as well. I also really enjoyed the F19 brush from AOA Studio. This one is really nice for highlighting. It is perfectly sized for the cheekbone, and it blends out product beautifully. And like the other brushes, this one is super soft in texture as well. Another product that I really enjoyed today were the Amelia lashes. They really remind me of a mink lash, but they are much more affordable. And they have like that nice kind of wispy look to them as well, which is really pretty. Not to mention they were super easy to apply as well. Another product that I really enjoyed was the Wonder Blender. I really actually like this. It's really soft in texture, and it blended out my foundation seamlessly as well as my concealer. Another product that I'm really impressed by today is this 9-pan purple eyeshadow palette by Amuse Cosmetics. I mean, seriously, 9 eyeshadows for $1. This is such a steal. What I'm really impressed by though is the pigmentation and the blendability of this palette. I mean, seriously, my eyes are like super crazy purple. I didn't have to keep on building up the color like crazy either, and I didn't have any issues blending them out, which I really enjoy. And I mean, they are by no means like a sugar pill, poison plum, or anything along those lines, but if you have been really wanting to try out purple eyeshadow and you want to not spend a lot of money on it, this palette is perfect for you. And I mean, if you want to just try it because it's $1, it's perfect for that as well. Another product that I really enjoyed was the Wonder Brow from AOA Studio. By no means isn't my dip brow, but it really honestly got the job done. It was really easy to use. The only thing I do not like about it is the color of the product. To me, the taupe of this is a little too warm tone for me. However, it did the job, and I actually really enjoy how it worked on my brows. I also want to mention, if you have ever used dip brow, this product is actually a little bit more creamy in texture than that. Another product that I really enjoyed for my brows was the Sculpting Brow Pencil by AOA Studio. This one is very creamy in texture as well, and it was really quick to fill in my brows with it. And last for brow products, I actually really enjoyed this Go Brow by AOA Studio. It's really nice, and it really gave me like a nice natural look to my brow hairs, which is really hard for me to find since I don't have a lot of brow hairs to work with. And I also really enjoyed the color of this as well as the little applicator. And the last product that I was really impressed by today was the AOA Studio Perfect Blush. This blush is so nice, especially for the price. It is one of those blushes that you can easily build up, and it's really easy to blend out. And I also really like the color of it as well. It's kind of a peachy color. One of the products that I'm still on the fence about is this Perfect Setting Powder by AOA Studio. It kind of made my skin look a little bit more textured than what I'm used to, and I'm not too sure if that's because I'm a little bit more dry now or what it is, but it seemed like it really made my under eyes look a little bit drier and textured than I normally have with my ColourPop translucent setting powder or with my Laura Mercier one. Another product I'm still on the fence about are these Wonder Baked highlighters by AOA Studio. Personally, I think they look really nice on the face. However, I do not like them in the inner corner. They are so hard to apply when they are applied wet, and I could not get them to apply evenly. However, when I did use them on the face dry, I thought I got a really nice kind of natural sheen. And the last product that I'm still on the fence about is this AOA Studio Wonder Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Faded. Personally, the formula of this is very drying and it feels like the Sahara Desert on my lips. However, the color is very pretty and it was very pigmented when I applied it. This is literally only one coat. I could see these being great for people that are looking for some fun colors for Instagram or for like little makeup tutorials and you want a really wide range of colors. However, this would not be a liquid lipstick that I would want to wear all day long. I do want to try this one though with a gloss next time. Maybe that would change my perspective on it because the color is really pretty, but it's just a little too drying for me in formula. So the only product that I wasn't a big fan of today was this AOA Studio Skinny Mascara. This product made my lower lashes look like crap. I don't know how else to say it, but it made them look really clumpy. It wouldn't separate out my lashes, and it pretty much got mascara like everywhere, and it was really hard to correct it when I was trying to kind of overcomb it out. It just was a mess, and then when it started to dry, I got little mascara flakes on my face. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on this look and the products mentioned, and also let me know what your favorite products are from Shop Missa. As always, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below, and if you would like to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram account is @lethal_kitten. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and until next time, bye!